Hi friends, today we are going to just have a little bit of fun making some rockets. I had to flip-flop my plans for today because it looks like it's going to start kind of getting a little rainy this afternoon, and what we're going to do tomorrow, since it's going to be sunny, is something that needs to be outside. So today we are going to make a very, very, very simple little rocket. And all you need is a straw, you need some paper and some tape, and then a couple of magic markers. Now I'm going to do red, white, and blue since we're making rockets, and I thought it would be kind of fun, you know, if you wanted to remember this for the 4th of July later on in the summertime, this will be something fun that you can do. But the first thing that you want to do is get just a piece of copy paper. And then I said that it wouldn't be too big or too small. I just thought maybe like 2 inches. So what I did was I just drew a line, I measured, and then drew a line up like this, all the way across the paper, and I'm just gonna cut it out. This way the piece of paper isn't too big, but it's also not too small. And then I'm just gonna cut it in half. Just do this, fold it, and make a snip. So there I have 2 pieces of paper. Now, I am going to decorate it. I'm going to do some polka dots. I did on my other straws, I did stripes and I did stars, but now I decided, you know what, let's just do some blue and some red polka dots. All right, I think we're done here. Put that there. And now you see I just made some fun little red and blue polka dots on my white paper, so it looks very, very patriotic. But you know what? You don't have to. I mean, you have a whole thing of magic markers, so you can choose whatever color you want to. Don't make it have to look like mine. Okay, now what you want to do is, since you have, remember it's about 2 inches, and this is about a little over 4 inches, just it doesn't really matter if it's perfect or not. But what you want to do is we are going to wrap our paper around the straw, and we're going to tape it. Now you don't want to wrap it, Mommy and Daddy will probably need to help you with this and all, because you don't want it to be too tight, because in the end what you're going to do is you're going to blow on the straw and you're going to send the rocket as far away as you can. Maybe you can have rocket races with anybody at home, or just sort of see how high they can go, but we'll talk about that. But anyway, so you don't want it too tight on the straw because you want to be able to blow it off. And also what you're going to do, you just put that there, and then you're going to kind of just wrap it around the straw like this. It's hard to do up in the air. I would do it on the table, but you wouldn't be able to see it very well. But you're going to wrap it around the straw like that, and then you're just going, there's a little seam, and that is where a seam is where the 2 pieces of paper meet and all, but you're going to just put a couple of pieces of tape all the way down the seam so it will stay on the straw. I started with, when I put my tape down, I started in the center, just sort of to hold it, and then I can actually take my straw off. Just makes it a little bit easier so you're not trying to keep the straw in there and not falling out. It just makes it a little more relaxing, a little more easy. Okay, there I have a seam all the way down from top to bottom, and I just want to fold over one side. This side is going to remain open so that you can put your straw inside. But when you blow through it, you're going to want the air that you blow through the straw to get trapped inside the paper until it blows off of the straw so that you can send your rocket out. Now I have one side that's a little bigger than the other side, so I'm going to take my side that's smaller. Yours, it may end up like that, it may not. and fold it over. Just, can you see there? I just folded it over, and then I'm going to take another little piece of tape, and I am going to tape this on. And again, it doesn't need to be perfect. And I'm going to kind of open it up a little bit, push on the edges, and slide my straw in. Now you don't want to slide it too tight, because if you slide it too tight, it will get stuck. But here we have my rocket, and that is how easy it is. Now I'll show you the ones that I made earlier. Here's my one with stars. So when you see, I kind of kept the red, white, and blue theme, and then I made a striped one. Now you don't have to have it look like mine. You could do color a solid color. But if you want, instead of taping it, if you wanted to glue it, you could, but that's going to take a lot longer, because you're going to have to wait till each part is dry. But if you don't have any tape and you have glue at home, you can do that. But let's see, we are going to, I'm going to set it up in a minute, and I am going to blow through my straws and send my rockets off. And like I said, maybe you and a brother or sister, or maybe your mom or your dad or your grandparent, you all can have a contest to see who can blow on it and send the rocket the furthest out, or maybe further up in the air. And or we could think of all sorts of things, but we'll get ready. I'll go set up so you can see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to film it and have it, you can see the whole traveling, whatever. Oh gosh, look at there. I just flung them off. But you might not be able to see the whole trip until the end, because I can't exactly film and blow my straws at the same time, but we'll try. Now another idea that I had, you know, here's a simple one, but if you want to get really fancy, and don't look too close at this because I drew this really quickly and they're not even, but I thought, you know what? You could even make a rocket shape. Now what you'll have to do with this is you'll need to draw it, and then you'll cut it out. But before you cut it out, it might be a good idea to decorate it however you want. Now I'm going to get my magic marker, and I'm going to draw some windows. I'll draw 2 windows so that my astronauts can look out of it, and then I'm going to color it. Here you see my completed rocket, and now what I'm going to do, now I would like for my preschoolers to try to cut this out, but when you come over here to the legs of the rocket, it might be helpful to have somebody help you with this if you think you're going to cut off the legs. But give it a try. You can always tape them right back on, but I'm going to cut it out, and then I am going to attach it. Okie dokie artichoke, here is my rocket that I cut out. Now, I don't have another straw that I have not decorated, so I will show you how we're going to do this with one that I already decorated. I'm just going to take my rocket, and I'm going to get some tape, and I am going to tape it or glue it, whichever way you think would work better, and we're going to put it right there. So this one, if you wanted to get really, really fancy and snazzy, we are going to blow it and see how far this rocket travels. Okay? I turned my rocket upside down or over, and I put my thing that I made earlier, the rocket that I made earlier, right there. Now, if you don't want to tape it and you want to glue it, you would just put a little strip of glue going straight down here, and then turn it over, and you would glue it. Now, what I am going to do is I am going to take my tape, and I am just going to tape over the top of this and then press it onto the corners or onto the sides here, so that the rocket will be attached to the straw rocket that I made a few moments ago. If you look really, really closely and carefully, you can see that I put it on the outside of the straw that we made earlier and just attached it to stick to the back side of the rocket here. So now, let's see, let's flip it over. And there you see, I have my rocket ready to fly, and I will stick my straw up in there, doing this one-handed. It's always interesting. And ta-da, look. Oh, this one looks like it really is going to be fun. Alrighty, so we'll go in here and we'll try and blow them together. All right, I attempted to fly my rocket that I made towards my front door over here, and it didn't work quite as well as I thought it would. Maybe if you can do different ways. Maybe if you brought the rocket down a little further onto the straw to see if that works better, but we'll see how it goes. And then I'll try my other rocket that we made without the larger piece of paper, because I think it kind of weighed it down a little bit. But let's see what happens. I'm going to try and do this. I think this is difficult. Okay, let's see. Can you see it? Here we go, maybe. Whoop! It didn't work too well there. Oh, my daughter didn't put her shoes away. But, alrighty, see, it's just like home, isn't it? All right, now we are going to do the other rocket, and let's see if it works any differently, okay? Let's see how we go. Let's see if this one can get a further launch. You can count down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, that went better. But maybe you can have a contest with your brothers, sisters, parents, anybody that is at home. Maybe you can aim it at a target. That might be kind of cool. Have target shooting with your rockets. And or to see who can blow it the furthest or the highest, like I said before. But you know what? Have fun. And then tomorrow we are going to attempt a different kind of rocket. So I will see you later. You know what? I'd love to see your pictures. If you make any rockets, you can send it to me. I've had a few of you make Play-Doh. You all have done the milk experiment, a couple of other things. So have fun, and I hope you enjoy it.